Hi, folks. Well, I'm going to do a GTO update for you. We're working on the chassis and the engine, and we're going to see how that goes. I'll show you what we got so far. So here's my LT4 supercharged 660 horsepower engine. Here's the TR6060 transmission it comes with. Running into an issue with the transmission mount on this. This came out of a 2019 Camaro, and it's got a unique tail housing on the trans, and it has these two little bolt holes in the bottom, if I can show you that right there. And I can't find a mount adapter for this. So that's going to cause a problem. I do have these mount adapters for the engine, which are very cool. However, a few of you will remember my decades-long run-ins with these energy suspension polyurethane mounts. They're not rubber, they're polyurethane. And I'm convinced that energy suspension does not have the right dimensions for their mounts. Every single time I go to use these, they don't work. I end up getting a rubber mount, like a factory rubber mount, and it works perfectly. Well, the chassis, bam, came with these. Boo. So I'm going to swap these out for rubber. I know. Look, many people will give me a hard time about this. You bought that chassis and road raced this, and you got an LT4 and you're putting rubber mounts in? Yeah, that's right. Because they fit, and it's also going to be a smoother ride. And let's face it, I'm going to drive it. So this thing's already going to ride hard enough. We're going to make some changes with some of the stuff they sent us. I mean, the shocks don't have rubber bushings. They got Heim joints. We got, Del Loom bushings in the suspension. Funny story. I'll show you this box. So somehow I managed to order these solid aluminum body mounts with the chassis. I gotta talk to Roger and send these back. I'm never going to use these. The thing will ride horribly here in Pennsylvania on our quality roads. I also am making a change on the engine. You have to change the oil pan from the factory one. So the factory one is here, and it has a giant oil cooler on the side, and it doesn't fit in there. So you have to put the Holley pan on. It doesn't have that and is a little farther back so that it fits the chassis. Now, fun story. I ordered this fancy Moroso pan that's supposed to be the bomb, and it really is. I mean, look, let's face it. Moroso did an amazing job on this pan. It's just awesome. But it requires a lot of fabrication. This is more like a race pan. This would have like a remote oil filter and remote oil cooler and all that sort of stuff that I just don't want to get into with this car. Stock location for an oil filter is perfectly fine with me. I'm good. I'm not road racing this thing, professionally. So this is all completely overkill for what I'm doing on this street. But yeah, that's what I do. So I'm not using the Moroso pan. I'm using the Holley pan, which we just test fit tonight. We had this in there, and it pretty much fit, except the engine mounts were just off because of the stupid energy suspension, whoever the hell these guys are, stupid mounts, and not having the proper transmission mount adapter wherever it goes right. The bolts, where the trans sits on there. So we're all good. The pan fits, so I can permanently install the pan. And I ordered a set of rubber mounts. So as soon as that comes in, I'll get this bolted in. I got to figure out what to do with the trans mount. I sent email to Roger at Speedtech, and we'll see what the story is. I got a whole new front pulley system that's all fancy and blah, blah, blah. It's still in the box over there. And I got to replace the shifter with this is the stock Camaro shifter. It's wonky. I'll probably end up with something aftermarket that bolts direct to the spot. It's done. So that's it. I got a pile of crap I pulled off that engine. Not going to need that. I'm doing a Speedtech harness that will hold everything. Get everything all hooked up. Be good to go there. Only comes with what you need. On a side note, got the gantry crane built. So that's very cool, right? So now, very easy to lift all this stuff up, make this thing happen. So, that's what we got going on. I'm trying to get all this in here so that I can be ready to bring this down to Carmen so he can fit the body on here and do the wheel tubs. He's also going to be happy to know that there's some stuff here for him. There's a rear pan here that goes along the trunk, and there's a whole tunnel kit here. Yay! He's got to weld that in. Sorry, Carmen, I forgot to tell you that. But you know now. So that's it so far. That's what we got. I'll check in later. Let you guys know how we're progressing here. But feeling okay. Feeling all right about it.